Good.
Alright.
Well, be live on my end.
Alright. Now, turn that up. Well, goodbyes are sad. Let's look again where we last left off. Justice, after talking to the party, decided for now it was best time to part ways due to everything that was happening. After a bit of a small detour with the Keystone and a party member gained, the the Strays made their way up to a house where Diana visited what looked like a nice home while the others saw a shell of the former house. After talking to its owner, they found out the anchor seemed to be etched out of time, completely forgotten to the world about their deeds. But for now, they're standing in an empty, broken home. And here, let me move the map and change the music real quick, and then I'll narrate. Oh, wrong thing. Background. There we go. I think this should be on the right sound I'm looking for. Yes, a little. And move that. Okay. So, kind of narrate what had happened. Fangs, after you had stabbed him, and Kurz had basically disintegrated into like a small, kind of fine glass powder. And as you're kind of just witnessing what had happened, a soft breeze blows through the home, kicking up a few bits of dust and what's left of the glass shards of the anchor, and carrying them away on the wind. The house now seems cold, and the air that was before felt stiff with toxins slowly begins to dissipate. The ring, as well, that Mala is currently wearing, seems to stop projecting any magic, and for now, it just seems like a broken home with nothing really left here. What do you do?
Fangs looks at everybody else, looks to Diana, looks back at the spot where the creature was supposed to be, looks back at them. Was it supposed to be this easy?
Ah, sure.
I feel like I am being lulled into a trap. He
Well,
looks around.
I'm
There's
not really.
nothing as far as you could tell.
I mean, I've been spending 2 generations now trying to get here and do that, so I'm with Fangs.
Matt, what do you think? Dad?
Well, based off the ring that I have, I guess it is.
Fangs gonna climb up this wall. See if he gets the highest vantage point he can get.
There's not much left of it. Like, it's probably like a dilapidated kind of wall, so you probably get up like maybe 5-ish feet from where you are. Again, it just looks like most of this home's pretty run down, broken. There's not much else here. There's probably like a small like trap door that would lead to the basement, like about right here. But that's really about it.
Perhaps it is truly hiding from us in the depths of that trap hole. Like a spider trying to lure us into a sense of security.
What are you looking for anything specific? I guess you're just
No,
looking for magic.
I mean,
Okay.
Dilly's just generally confused because, like, from the last time we had to deal with one of these, it was a hell of a fight, and he's just like, "All right, what's up, guys? I'm out," and that's throwing Dilly for a loop here.
Okay. For the most part, from what you can tell, there's probably like some specks of like corruption kind of hanging on the outskirts, kind of like before when you had dealt with Vedrino, where like it doesn't all dissipate immediately, but it's kind of like very small fringes because it doesn't reverse, it just kind of stops.
Right,
But yeah, but that's basically all you see here.
I mean, it looks to my magic eyes that starting to go away. Like the last place, it ain't all gonna go away in one shot, but it's starting to dissipate, I think. Man,
I'm not
you're
gonna lie.
playing around in this stuff. What do you think?
Diana
Probably
is
shouldn't
busy
have.
cooking soup.
Probably shouldn't have done that. Actually,
Sorry,
now I'm thinking
I
about it.
wasn't. The girls wanted to watch, and I'm trying to find the live. Okay. What was the question?
Um,
I don't know if they want to watch this one.
oh, it's gonna be done.
What was the question?
It's I mean the corruption's starting to go away, and Deli just asked you, "Is like, what do you feel from it? Because you know you're a little gremlin."
Corrupted
Um.
little gremlin.
Well, I think I feel pretty good. I think. Do I have a fever?
As I look at her, is she like sucking up the corruption like some sort of tiny sponge?
So, I'll give you this because you do have magic eyes. It does seem like the corruption that was around her has somewhat expanded now to kind of like her feet, but that's really about it. So she, like, you know how she would have the claws, and you kind of noticed that because that's kind of been like, yeah, I know these are here, cool. Now it looks like she has some weirdish boots as well that seem to be made of a somewhat similar concept.
Snowy
Don't
kind
have
of
any.
leans over with that like hand, covering one side, but it's like kind of obvious. He goes, "How long till we kill her for that?"
I'm not sure, but she's real useful a lot of the time.
We agreed that we weren't going to kill me.
We did agree that until she stabs one of us, we don't get to kill her.
And I've yet to do that.
It was debatable with the
Okay.
pen the other day.
I do see a trap door. Perhaps.
I mean, I guess we could go check it out. I mean, I don't see it over the bases.
I mean, being that it is a metal, it is a question: would gold considerably not take damage from this?
Is this guy
You wouldn't know.
here? Is he? Is there just a dead body?
No, no. So
Okay.
to kind of explain
Sorry.
what happened, I just haven't moved it. So basically, what had happened was when Fang stabbed him, kind of like Fedrino did, like he turned into that glass state and then kind of broke down. And then after that, the wind basically picked up what was left of the glass shards and kind of just blew it away.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Actually, Fang's
Because
gonna look at Black Razor.
yeah, you would have seen this at least with Fedrino in a sense where, again, corruption turns from like that weird, disgusting black murk into like almost like I said, a statuette glass state, and then usually shatters. You've seen it a lot with like most corruption so far that you've dealt with, so it's not something entirely uncommon. That's
Yep.
why I was saying also you feel like remnants of that kind of blowing around as well, too, with like your magic eyes.
So is there anything different with Fang's Black Razor as he looks at it?
As far as you can tell, no. Doesn't seem infected, doesn't look any fuckery outside of its regular fuckery. I also feel bad that there are children watching this now. Oh well. I'm sorry for corrupting the children.
Please.
Anyway,
There's plenty of other media that will do it as well, but Fang's again looking at the blade because he's
They're fine.
thinking there might be some sort of trickery at foot, so he's going to climb down the wall and check said trap door.
okay. Alicia, while you're also kind of there, roll me perception real quick while you kind of step in. Wow, holy shit. So
Tell
for
us
the
what you all felt you could see.
so for some reason, Alicia, when you're looking around, it's like you're kind of being like a layered structure almost on top of this house. To kind of describe it like above table, you're seeing the decrepit old version of the house, but you're also seeing what Diana had seen, basically a temporal anomaly. And it's kind of like it's stacking on itself, but it's also not. So you're kind of like one eye sees, oh, all this old and decrepit, horrible home. Then the other house is like, man, this is a well-maintenance home with all kinds of nice things on it. So it's kind of like you're splitting vision.
Hmm.
I'll leave that up to you. What you want to do with that?
I want to pull out my clock.
Okay. What do
And
you wish to do with the clock?
I want to see if it reacts to anything else.
Let me hold on, do some math real quick. Oh, nope. Yeah, he pulls out her. She pulls out her semi and starts shooting up the house.
What does it?
I bet she shoots that like lane, that sideways way.
Yeah, like gangster. So like the recoil just goes horrible. So yeah. God damn it. So you pull out the clock, and the last time it moved to the minute hand. But for the most part, it still seems inert. Like it doesn't seem to be moving at all. It definitely seems though like that ticking, usually because it's usually like this fervent ticking, has definitely stopped in here. But that's all you can kind of tell, at least. Would you like to move like inside the house, or are you just gonna stand outside and like be like, oh yes, this is nice house?
Yes, I will move inside the house.
Okay, give me a minute. Deli, you also now, as Alicia comes in the house, start getting small like bits of temporal magic.
I smell time, fuckery.
Thanks, here's that. Just ask, wait, do you think our foe went into a different time then?
No, I think it's Ellie.
Me?
Okay, I thought we were talking about cooking for a moment, and I was totally confused.
Technically, Ellie also does cooking, so you're not wrong.
I mean,
And
my
thanks.
uncle is really fucked with time too, but yeah, he shouldn't have.
How much cooking
Alicia,
is
roll.
making a salad?
Alicia, as you're kind of walking, okay, that's rude.
It was meant to be. He's Deli.
Fangs kind of looks, sniffs the air.
Okay.
No, I don't smell any cooking, though.
Also, Alicia, roll me just a intelligence saving throw. Since now you're in. It's gonna be fun. Okay, you're fine. But for the moment, this place seems actually familiar to you. You can't like shake the feeling exactly why, and it's like again where you're kind of seeing double. It's like a the best way to put it is there's you walking through this home, and both, or at least the newer one seems more known to you at the very least, but the other one, but this decrepit older version seems unknown. So it's very confusing. Kind of like again stacking and conflicting memories kind of fighting against each other. But you're not really affected through it.
And I tried picking up something.
From which one? The old home or the new home?
The old one.
Okay. So what would you like? Because it is I'll say the old home is like again very well lit. It's pretty well designed, etc.
Is there a book in my vicinity?
There's probably like a few there's probably like a general reading book on the table just sitting there, at least near you.
And I'd like to pick that up.
All right, roll me a D100.
Oh,
Oh boy. So this is what happens, and this is gonna be funny. Della, you sense this immediately. There's like this rippling effect, like someone just ripping something. Like you've seen this kind of with Evra to an extent, especially when you were in the temporal plane. But you just watch as Alicia kind of sticks her hand into something that's not there, and then just kind of manifests this small book in her hand.
What in the
And
hell?
Cal, you
What?
Here's
I didn't
the
do
book.
anything. Just the book right there.
No, because I mean, that I know the spell that you're pretending it is, and he'll flip out his gun from the wrist pocket. That wasn't this. You just grabbed that at a time, which doesn't seem like the right thing to do, but that's your area of expertise, so counting on you not to break time. And that seems
Would you
like a
like would you like to look through the book that you have now unstuck from time?
I do have a
Yes. I
question.
would.
Does
Okay.
Fangs Detect Portals pick that up, or is it
No,
not?
because it's already been established. Temporal stuff is a little bit different than how I would imagine like portals between like different planes.
All right.
It's the only reason is because the way it's like already been previously established like multiple times over, like when Diana had left
Uh,
as well, that it doesn't work.
yeah, I probably just need a few reminders before it sinks in.
Yeah, no worries. I'm just let you know. But yeah, you do that, and it looks like a logbook or like an entry book. You know, like when people sign in to go into people's homes. So I've kind of like to just track who was in, who was not. Do you skim through it or no?
Actually, I'm going to do the smart thing and fill out my professor orb.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask to scan the entire log in it into
Okay.
itself.
Ugh, where is the Professor Orb? I think it's in items. Alicia summons. There he is. The Sharkabetes. Fucking love that token every time. Ah, how can I help you?
Archimedes, I need you to scan this entire book into your memory bank.
I don't know if I can do that, per se, unless you want to delete more information out, but I can at least give a look if anything seems familiar.
Give it a look before we try anything.
Nope, I don't remember any of these people.
Let's see.
Would you like to look through? At least for the
Yes.
names and stuff? Okay. So
Yes.
there's how corruption-y... I'd say it kind of leveled off right now for that question. Okay, I'll get back to the logbook in 1 second just because... Alright, Fangs. Sorry. I kind of deviated for a little bit, but... Fangs,
No
you're at the
worries.
trap door. Do you wish to open it?
Yes.
Alright. Alright, you open the trap door. And as you kind of do, like, a layer of like a dust cloud kind of rises from underneath, kind of like this hasn't been opened in a long time.
I may have been wrong. The creature might not be in here or hiding. It might actually be dead. But it still feels too easy.
well, thanks. Depression's a son of a bitch.
Why would I be depressed?
Not
I'm
you,
just.
he was.
It was depressed.
Well, yeah, think. You get locked in this tiny ass room for what seems like at least 30 years of nothing. Isolated, nothing. It sounds shitty.
He did not seem bound or chained, though.
Right, but think about it. He had a death aura. The only reason we're not dead is because that ring on Mal's finger.
Hmm. But are not these anchors supposed to be destroying this world?
I mean, They don't need
Yes
to
and
be
no.
inherently malicious. Be down on their luck. Like, do you think Little D is inherently malicious?
As she's meanwhile just yelling sand apes.
Did you just call me delicious?
I suppose the vile red
Not
claws
my
would think
type.
that.
I thought that if I said sand apes 3 times in a row, that they would appear.
Sundays
You hear a soft whisper. Soon, child.
Yes.
Why?
Charlie, is
Why
that
are
you?
you guys like this? Y'all are feeding into this bullshit. God.
Yes, we still need to deal with that storyteller in the Grand Wilds.
Okay. If sand apes don't exist, then why did one of them write a book?
You know what? I'm 2 seconds from walking out here, okay?
Okay.
I'm in slight
Well, we
agreement
gotta
with
come
Mo
with
on
you.
this
You
one.
got the ring.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So worst case, this is a horrible wine cellar that's rotted and completely empty. Other horrible case, it's full of something that's gonna eat us. Who wants to go first?
Thanks,
Diana.
hops down.
Me.
And
Oh,
you're
wait,
gonna
I
hop
was-
in?
Well, I guess
Even
Diana and
open?
Fegs go down it. All right. Just roll Dex to see who goes in first, just because I want to see, because you both are
Okay.
probably going in at the same time.
Did it get
Alright.
opened already?
Wait, just straight decks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just straight Dex. Just for a Dex competition. It's not a saving throw. Wow.
Wow.
So I imagine
Wow.
you're like me, but like Fags is already like his natural instinct before when Diana says me is he goes in immediately and Diana just follows behind.
Okay, well, I'm gonna immediately start looking for bottles.
Oh, Snowy,
Okay,
by the way, make sure that one doesn't drink nothing or talk about cookies.
Yeah, just as you said something about that.
So I will get back to that in 1 second because I'm just gonna say, as Alicia, you're looking through the book, you find a few names, and I will write them down. Get his first name. Hold on. Ah, that's what it is. Goddamn.
A lot of weird background noise from Sam.
Sam, who are you fighting? Or are you just not home?
I'm home. I'm just feeling this shit right now.
Ah.
I was saying they're trying to find some sort of background noise for the Professor Orb.
I thought it was Staccato and Fugue for a moment.
Stop.
Hello.
Alright, so those are the four or as you're kind of looking through, those are like the most recent ones that don't seem kind of worn down from everything. Oh, they are BRB'd, so I will get back to them. So, Diana and Fangs, you're kind of looking down through here. It's not really a wine cellar. There's probably like a very dusty, dingy floor, and you find probably scattered pieces of paper all over. A lot of it's too, like, probably rotted away. And as you're kind of looking through, there's some small shelves lined with probably about like going all the way up the wall or up to the ceiling, which is about like probably 20 feet. They're kind of lined with like scrolls or what's left of scrolls. And there's like a few scattered what's it called, quills all over, as well as like a few pieces of like smashed glass kind of lying on the floor.
I would like to try to smell for chocolate chip cookies.
I mean, all right. Roll me perception at advantage.
Damn.
No, the
I
one wasn't meant.
guess seeing Diana sniffing the air.
Yeah, you see
Fangs.
Diana. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, Fangs is gonna ask. I did not know you had a cute sense of smell.
Cute, I'm ugly.
Well, I'm looking up you're my role model, and you haven't a good sense of smell. Can you smell the air? See if you smell anything? Maybe sweet and delicious.
I highly doubt there'll be anything sweet or delicious here, but I shall find something of that
Okay, so
matter if possible.
would you like to look for something as well then, Fags, or no?
Yeah, let's
Just
just
roll
do
me a
a.
perception at normal then.
Oh,
Okay, so
He's not even sure what she finds as delicious.
yeah,
Smelling
you
that
definitely can't tell because like she says smell, and it's like I'm looking for something delicious, but the only smell that really penetrates your nostrils here is this very dank and rancid kind of moist smell that almost is a little intoxicating. It's very annoying. So much so that it's kind of like penetrating your nostrils more than it should. Probably because this place hasn't been active as of really as of late. So
Madame Gord's hut actually smells better than this place. That's saying quite a lot.
I
Diana,
didn't. I didn't smell anything either. So our noses must be at the same level.
incorrect because I am about to fill you in. So sorry, I didn't fill in. Diana, on the other hand, though it's faint, you do smell something, especially from the shelves, a little bit closer to the smashed glass of something that does smell like chocolate chip cookies.
I'm gonna go follow that smell.
All right, you get closer, and kind of lying as you get closer to the smell, the thing that kind of radiates it, though faint, is what looks like a smashed picture frame,
Hmm.
and in it, um, seems to be a picture of curves that like the form you had seen before, and Fedrino, but the rest, as you're kind of looking at it, kind of like that same photo that you had before from when you were investigating Fedrino's manor. It looks like the same, except this one's kind of rotted away towards like the back half. So you really can't make out anyone else, but just again, it's Fedrino and Kurz. Kind of almost the same
Anything,
picture actually from the photo you
anything
have.
on the back?
Um, for the most part, as you kind of flip it over and take it out of the broken frame, no, because like I said, a lot of it's rotted, so you really can't
Hmm.
tell.
All right. Well, I'll pocket the picture.
All right, so now you have
Fangs kind of
two
just looks
pictures.
upward and just says, I don't notice anything down here. It stinks.
That it?
So maybe it was this easy?
Madame Gore's hut and back at home smells actually better than this place.
Boost me back up there, Fangs.
Throws her up there, gives her the
Yeet!
boost, the power
You know what?
boost.
For the sake of fuck it, just roll like a d20, because yeah, you don't have to roll like, or I guess at athletics, just for the sake of fuck it. I'm not. It's not gonna be horrible if you fail, but it'll just be funny.
13.
That's fine. You get her up there. Diana's pretty soft on her feet, so she'll land. You just kind of like, I guess like it's one of those like one-handed hoists where you're like, yeah, and it's like, oh.
I was actually thinking it was more like the two hands to make sure they put their foot on and boost them up there. Simple boost.
Okay. All right. Is Sam
And,
back yet?
and Fangs will just climb up himself. It It is most perplexing. Nothing but ruined papers and glass. I think there was black liquid on the ground and whatnot, but they were all dried up.
Alright, well, if you didn't find nothing. Diana, did you find anything?
No,
Roll me a deception.
there's just paper down there. What? Oh,
Roll me a
deception.
deception. Yeah.
Deception. Oh, normal.
You don't have advantage for any reason.
I'm not doing great. I'm not rolling well.
Wow.
Get insight.
Deli.
I still can tell you're lying.
Now, everyone, you like she says no, like in the most easily discernible. She fucking grabs something.
Thanks, trust.
When do I not grab something?
What did you grab?
We talked about
I
this.
But but
I did not see Diana.
I mean, that's a
taking
shit
anything off.
answer, but
well, it's a picture of my Uncle Fedrino.
Why was
He's
it
still my
here?
uncle. I don't know. That's why I took it.
Wait. The Padrino person was your uncle.
Can I see it?
Yep. No.
All right.
I just
yes
want
to
to
what?
check
No
if
to
it's
what?
magical.
Yes to
Thanks.
he's my uncle. No to the photo. I guess so. Yeah, fine.
All right. Do you?
I just hold it up.
Okay. Deli, you see Fedrino and a person you've never seen before, because you technically haven't seen Cruz. Oh, I guess you have before he faded away. So you see like what was basically a small gnomish man, kind of decently good looking, wearing like a small scarf and like some pierced ears. And that's kind of what you see. The rest of it again is kind of rotted, so you can't get. As for magical, it's got, at least from what you could tell, it has some remnants of corruption, but it's not enough that it would be dangerous or deadly. Maybe. Could you ping me detect magic again, just so I know exactly how it works?
Yeah, pretty much I just get to see the if it's magical and what school it is.
What
it.
school? Give me 1 minute, because I have to look this up. It's definitely got remnants of magic, but of an enchantment.
Hey, that thing's enchanted. Can I at least try to if I could figure out what's on it before it starts messing with you?
It
A minute.
smells
I need
like
60 seconds.
smells like chocolate chip things.
Oh shit! Give me that.
No! I'm gonna start running.
I just need literally a minute. I'm
Can't
gonna make her.
catch
I'm
me,
gonna increase her
fat ass.
density so she's slower.
No! I don't want to be fat. No!
can I like stop her because she's running around me?
roll me just like an athletics to grab her.
Okay, athletics.
Diana, you're good at contesting acrobatics because I want to make it fair.
You would beat me.
God damn it!
You have a plus 13. Like, what the fuck?
She has extra teeth.
Welcome to.
Fangs
Yeah,
kind
I-
of just looks at Diana, just says, "Please don't make me chase you like I had to do so last time
Thanks.
before we bet the Maxwell Dragon thing."
Oh, okay. So, Mala, you miss, and then you watch as Snowy in like one swift motion, like sticks her legs out, kicks her down, and Diana's flat on her back.
Yep.
Damn it.
Like you don't even notice it. It's probably like one of those like where like someone kicks out the knees, but like so swift
Mhm.
that you don't even notice it. That the shock of everything is kind of like got your head spinning. Holy shit! Mook.
It's just a
Roll.
photo. I can't eat it.
First fucking
Yes,
roll. I'm
but it
spelling
can
crit.
influence you magically. Can I just see it for a minute? And if it's
While
if
still on
it's
her back, she's
fine,
just gonna put the photo in the air.
all right, thank you. I'll take it and I'll readjust your density back to normal.
I'm just gonna pout.
Snowy will help you back.
Thank you.
Okay.
And then I'm going to step immediately between her and Thanks.
Deli, you notice. God damn it. That spell, though not entirely, that picture frame has remnants of modified memory tied to it, though you don't know why. And now that you're kind of looking at it a little bit closer, it's like modified memory, but mixed with some kind of temporal stuff that you really don't know. But a lot of its
I'll
remnants are pretty much gone from, or at least like very weak from what you can tell.
So, two options with the thing. Either it was going to just change a very slight thing in whoever was holding it, or it already used its magic on whoever it was supposed to. I'm not exactly sure, but it definitely was to fuck with a memory.
Nana,
Mm,
you remember something that Kurz had said about, or, or I guess technically all of you would have, because he was talking about that corruption has a way to etch memories out of time.
Fangs looks very sullen now because of his own manipulated memories.
All right, so Diana, or not Diana, Alicia, would you like
Yeah.
to bring back the book to everyone and tell them what you have found, or no?
No, my impressions. I'm just saying, yeah.
Sorry, what? Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second. Gonna mess with some volume stuff. Okay. Nope. Don't want to make him big. Oh, stop.
Make
Oh,
him.
he's a coming.
Nice.
Oh Lord, he coming. I believe. Oh, wrong voice. I believe Miss Alicia had something to share with all of you. It's a logbook, I believe.
Indeed. It's
Why
long.
would a log have a book?
No, it's what people use to signify they come in and out of a household, usually kept by the higher society.
So would it not be a check-in book?
It's also called a logbook. My very well-informed friend. If an orb could sigh,
Okay.
and as I guess Alicia reads off the names, obviously two of them, or at least three of them, ring true to you with being Warren, obviously Cornelius Vedrino and Elijah Trium. Alicia Lears, you have no idea what that means or who that is.
Actually, wouldn't the name Elijah ring for Fangs
Yeah,
because he remembers? Okay.
that's what I said. The three you would, the last one doesn't make any sense to any of you. Well, outside of one of you, but
So I recognize the name Elijah from what the puppeteer said before her dismal demise and the strange thing that turned her to dust, and
correct.
me and Deli losing limbs.
And obviously, all of you know who Warren is and Vedrino, so I'm not going to get too much into that.
So sounds like really, if we want to get to the bottom of this, we have to go to the only one who Justice said was probably the only sane one.
Yep.
That would be Warren, right?
Yeah.
Because I believe 2 of them are already dead.
Wait
I
a
do
minute.
not know about this Cornelius one.
You do actually. Because you technically are the ones that killed him.
This is just Banks just basically.
Okay,
So
if he
it's like,
doesn't hear the word Fadrino and doesn't know who that is, I am shocked. Like his mind.
He
No,
calls Fadrino the Fadrino.
Okay.
no,
I guess
being
hearing
awkward,
it's
like Fangs, that was the ones that
No, that's the
just
first
killed in the swamp.
Wait, so this is his actual name, not the Fadrino.
Yes.
This is most concerning.
I'm more concerned about the fact that it's her uncle. Point at the short stack.
Diana, you can say whatever you want to
Hello.
that.
Yep.
I'm more
That's
concerned
what
it's
I was
uncle.
expecting.
Just waves at everybody.
Hello! Here's my uncle!
But I
Okay.
don't see any relation between you and the Fadrino.
Oh. When you say that, immediately leaves.
Sorry, but what is is it blood related?
No, he's a family friend. That's how your mother knew him because they were technically both of the Church of Lathander. And he
Yes.
was a family friend that would constantly visit.
Well,
Back
not blood related. Just like my parents or my mom, they like when you grow up so close together with somebody, and they kind of become your best friend and family friend, and yep, that's kind of yeah. That's
I
why
do
we
not know this
nothing alike.
terminology. But does that mean that he corrupted your parents then?
Uh, I don't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't know that.
Maybe. No, I don't think they were corrupted. They're too nice. Um, I'm the oddball of the group. Even my brothers are like poster children for good children.
So unlike me.
I am most confused as to why they would be posters, but go on.
Oh my
I knew
fucking
it. I
god.
knew it.
I did too.
They're just better than I am. They're the type of kid that every parent wants.
Wow. That got deep.
Yeah. You asked.
I'm hated by my family. That's why I left, because I kept stealing their shit.
They don't hate me. They just
And
don't like my hands. They don't
yeah,
like my hobbies.
you remember every time you would try to like take something, your mom would just hit your hands with like a wooden spoon.
Yeah.
That's
level. Oh my god.
It didn't stop me though. I still kept stealing. She has like the biggest smile on her face.
So will that not make you more worthy then, considering you persevere?
Well, I thought stealing was a very good thing. It could be used to help people, and I got very good at it. If you haven't noticed, and I was using it for good. I mean, heck, I have, I own, I own a mansion now.
Wait, I am concerned. You said you was using it for good.
Yes,
Are
that
you
was.
still not using it?
Well, I'm still using it for good, but I was saying was like when I was a kid. That was that was the player not knowing how to speak English, but that's a fair point.
Wait,
My stealing hands are rated E for everyone. Good, evil.
wait. Which mansion do you own?
She pulls out the deed.
Yeah, that would be the
So
manor,
not
and
it's is it the manor or is it like a whole ass town?
it's technically it's a manor
An
that has like
estate?
some. Yeah, it's like an estate with like some
Okay.
extra buildings built on,
Yeah.
like some
Um
like with your help and stuff. And
yeah, because I picked this up, so it's mine now. And I think that's pretty good. It helped me send money back to my family, which again I think is very good.
So will then I'll make you the poster child, as you called your brothers.
Well, I haven't. Have I heard back from my family? Because I
um,
sent them. I sent them with like a note and a letter a long time ago.
you have not.
Uh, I'm sure they really liked what I did. I'm sure they liked it.
You sent them, if I remember correctly, you sent your mother earrings and your father like a ring or something. Because I remember
Yeah,
you did enclose like stuff in it.
yeah, there was stuff and then I think a little bit of gold, and then just
Mhm.
saying, hey, I have this estate. You should come and check it out, and you can live here. Like, there was an
Wait,
invite to like.
wait a minute. Wait.
Hold on.
Does that mean she's the new Maya Baron?
I'm a what?
I mean, I had rumors that somebody else took over after Fregino went crazy, but I wasn't sure.
Thanks looks over to Deli. If she is a Meyer Baron, does that not mean she's challenging your title now?
Deli was technically never a baron.
Hell no, I don't own shit. That's the point of not paying taxes.
But that means you're not paying tribute to the one who is superior to you.
Fuck yeah, no one's superior to me.
Look
Oh,
over to
no.
Diana.
It's okay. I've already settled to part of his debt.
You find my house, you can pay. I'll pay your taxes. How about that?
I mean, yeah, fuck
I was
taxes.
referring to when I just stole money off of Jimmy's
Yeah, from
Dead corpse.
yeah. That's my IRS collection, bitch. Oh my god. I've already collected half the debt. You can't stop me. Alright, but yeah.
I see.
So yeah. For the most part, none of you, at least as far as I could tell, can't really, like I said, the Elijah name doesn't really actually, here's a
Defend this.
question. No, I got that. How intertwined was Snowy and like just information gathering outside of Schlankton? Or was she only internally focused?
If it didn't involve Fang folk and slave trade, it probably didn't involve her.
Okay, then you wouldn't have heard the name then.
Unless
Also,
it did
Fang's
have,
no-
unless it was around corruption. If it was something that was overtly
No,
connected, yeah,
it's not.
yeah.
I,
So
I just wanted to check just to know how like deep your network went.
Fangs will probably just look at Alicia's book, looks at everything around the area, looks back at Alicia. So how's his logbook survived in this place when everything else looks like it has been rotted?
She is currently busy with something, but I can kind of fill in.
Oh, because they ripped it out of time. That's why.
Sort of like what I did with accidentally pulling out a evil version of myself somehow.
Did you tell them that yet? Because I don't
What?
think anyone
He
knows
did.
it.
He He
I think
he literally warned him as soon as it happened. The only one that's probably new to it is Snowy.
Right, you know what? I forgot about that.
I have been on high alert since that happened.
All right.
No, but Fangs did warn the party as soon as it happened.
Oh, I'm aware.
The only one that's probably new to this information now is Snowy.
Wait. Let me roll something for the Professor Orb because I have its stats up, I think. I do not. I think it's a +9, so.
Was it a +11 or something?
No, it's a plus. It's a +9 to anything, but otherwise, I think its intelligence is like a 4 or a +4, so it just gets a +4 unless it's something it knows. Warren. Roll just a d20 and I'll add the 4. You know, going through some things, at least very small parts of my data bank. Why does that Warren name sound familiar?
He looks over to Mala for confirmation. Someone of a group of something.
Yes, he is.
I have forgotten what was the name of their group. No, this is Fangs literally saying it's.
I know.
As a player, specifically, I forgot the name.
It's the Lost View.
There we
That's
go, the
what it
Lost
was. Definitely not
Lost
scrolling.
View?
I should have known that. I'm smart.
It's literally the second one in NPCs next to
I was
Keystone.
scrolling up. My character sheet is at the very fucking bottom, okay?
That sounds like a you problem.
It literally is.
Yeah, Lost View is technically what Amadeus is also part of.
Hey, he's part of Jimmy's old group.
Yeah.
Feel like that name is tied to something else, though. I can't really put my non-existent finger on it. As you watch as like a mage hand like puts where a chin should be for the orb, and it's just like thinking.
Then may I ask you, strange, floating, talking orb, but how long ago have you known that name?
It's not a matter of time, because that usually tends to be irrelevant. More a matter of how do I put this? Like it's somewhere deep. I don't know, encrypted, and I don't know how to pull it out.
Perhaps you need to find the right date then.
Perhaps. Hopefully she's not an ugly date.
I was referring to the fruit, but
I know, I was making a joke.
as was I.
I can't tell because you're very stoic in the worst ways. Either way, I resent that I am okay at jokes.
Mid at best.
That's why I said okay. I didn't say amazing. Either way, as much as I enjoy standing in an old home, do you think we should probably get going?
Yes, I would like to leave.
Okay.
Understood.
So as you're all heading off to the carriage, you give this home, I guess, one last look over. As it's probably about midday, closer to the afternoon, and you hit the road. And as you guys are, hold on, let me pull up the big player map. Where is it? I swear to God, I have the world map and then I lose it like every other session. Should just move it to the top or like make a hotkey and then break my roll 20 as well.
Yeah, I'm
Find
still
which
trying to figure out why mine is broken.
You'll get there, buddy. Don't worry. Oh, it literally is almost all the way at the bottom. Holy shit. I should just move this up constantly so I have it. So as you guys are leaving basically the top of Schlankton around right here, you're kind of going down a bit of a ways, and then you come to a split in the road. One way will go to a mining town that you actually recognize where you had helped the foreman, and were recently told by a mercenary that Justice had not decided not to kill, or rather an outlaw, that they were at least rebuilding and moving some people around, or you can go to the right or the other way and just kind of keep going back the way you came until you get to the train station. I'll leave that up to you. The full Warden of Pain breeds strength that we defeat back in the Grand Wilds.
That was just him replying to Mala.
God bless that guy. I have a few other ward names I can give you the names of eventually, Visor, because you probably know all of them. I'll give you them later.
He was their he was basically their favorite torture toy. So
I'll give you the names of all of them later. Others, because you technically have. There's 6, and you've killed. You know of 2. You killed 1, so there's 3 more. I have to get them then. But I'll give that to you later. But yeah. Would you like to go back to the mining town that you all freed from the foreman, or would you like to just continue on the road downward? Sure, either way. Or you could just say fuck it and go wherever you want and make me sad on the inside.
Let's go wherever the fuck we want.
yeah. Anxious says, considering we have
Let's
dealt with
go.
situation,
Let's go
eventually-
back to the Grand Wild.
Yes, I still need to add a few more red claws to the kill list. That is how you pronounce it, right, Deli? Or was it hit list?
Both work.
Good.
You could always go to Avu as well. Depends.
That's not.
What?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going. Let's
No,
not.
Lerthic. You are from Lerthic.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
My brain just. Don't worry.
Diana and here, I'll kind of break it down. So, Diana and Alicia are from Forwind, Fangs, and technically Mala, and I guess Snowy's relations are from the Grand Wilds. Lerthic is obviously Delhi. Schlankton was Justice, and Avu, no one technically is from. Because you just know it's a great vacation spot, but that's about it. So yeah. Would you like to go though to the mining town, or just kind of hedge your bets on going back the same way you came?
Head to the mining town. The way we came sucked.
Okay. Give me 1 second then. As you kind of are going back through the mining town, you notice. Hold on, let me pull up my notes real quick. You notice the village seems a lot more lively than before. It's definitely not like. Hold on, I'll change the music actually too. I do have some LinkedIn stuff. No, I don't want fight music. That would be fucking horrible.
Anarchy at its finest.
It's not anarchy. For once. was actually fitting for what I want. So you come to the mining town and you realize it's a lot more lively than before. There are people selling things in stalls. The wall around it seems to like they have built like this stone wall. You kind of enter in. People seem a lot more jovial than they were before, because a lot before they were downtrodden, horrid. But now it seems like it's a more well-off place. It's definitely different from when you had first come here. It looks more reinforced, more taken care of almost. Kind of off-putting in a way. But you definitely like even from the outside hear like smaller like sounds of like commerce, see people kind of heading to the mines or coming back from the mines a little bit more, I'll say, happier. Not everyone's really enjoyed, but you can definitely, it seems a lot brighter than it was before when you first had come here.
Leaning over to Mala, Fanny will just ask, so did we do good by defeating the judge creature thing, seeing that everyone is happy?
I mean, there's your proof, buddy, that they all are happy, they're selling things, they're going to be living a better life. So, I think we can say safely that yes, we did do the right thing.
Yes, I am just worried because of the white one that was in the ship.
Snowy, I'll give you this. You know there's a power vacuum going on and people just taking advantage of it for the time being. Like straight up.
Well, she also knows it's a little bit more one-sided, but because of the way
Oh yeah,
just with properties and shit.
true. But you also do know, like, especially with like the Lizettes and like some of the other smaller crime families, and as well as like the First Wing, probably like managing stuff. It'll get, I'll say, better, but you don't know like the final outcome, at least for right now. I'll give you that much, like offhandedly, considering you're like so entrenched in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems lively, especially towards the town center. You notice a lot too, as people are kind of walking to and fro. There are people like carrying large amounts of bread. You don't know why.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ, no.
It's up to you. You can go in or
I
not.
think your bread friend had made business here.
I think so too. The others now came passing by and started selling a bunch of bread before leaving.
Would you like to enter the city?
Yeah.
All right. As you kind of enter, you hear like again people being happy, and then you notice a familiar face, kind of like handing out bread. You notice her because you've seen her before. She was left a box and some bread, and she's just passing out bread to people that are going by. But kind of standing next to her, you also notice hold on. Get her token too. You notice a rather imposing figure, and every time she kind of like darts her eyes around, making sure people are taking the correct portions, and when like someone takes one too many, she kind of just eyes them up and they're like, and then like slowly giving it back, where Mabel is more ignorant. Noe, you would notice this woman. Give me 1 second and I'll get her token for you and her information.
Should see it? I don't really.
She isn't Schweinton. Where is she? There you go. It's pronounced Bailiff.
So he just leans against the side of a house. You know, when eyes meet, she just kind of nods. Doesn't say
Bailiff.
much.
Bailiff nods as well, but you do notice. Roll me perception. I will kind of move this as well.
Perception.
Okay, because he's not really hiding that much. Kind of on her shoulder, you see this. Now I actually have a fucking proper token for it. Oh, no, now I'm on the wrong layer. It's a small snake kind of draped around her shoulder, at least for the time being. I love how it still has the Adobe stock image on it.
God
Brought to you by Adobe. But you notice this, Snowy, because again, you probably dealt with Slather from time to time. Usually he'll not so much show his full form in this world, but rather have like snake associates, kind of. So he usually talks through them more as conduits than anything. And this snake is kind of draped around her shoulders, at least for the time being. I mean, you can if you want. Fangs, do you say anything?
Yes, I was just typing. Player was.
Okay.
Fangs
Oh!
just-
Hello! Are you here for the free bread?
No, wait. I thought you were doing what Deli would usually do, is make business.
No,
Why?
alright.
These people don't have really that much money.
Exactly, Fangs, come on. I sell to rich people.
So you
I
can
was-
get the money.
Oh,
I
of course,
was told-
yeah.
Yeah.
I was told by Miss
You've liked my wallet so
Ow.
far, Mel.
Miss Owl Alford. She kind of just says, yeah, Miss Owl was saying that these people needed help, and the best way to help them was give them the bread. Plus, she also said I could use this one subscription to the bread tube to use it for people.
I mean, I guess that works.
What?
I see.
You can tell, like, she's trying to also, like, struggling over the words.
Don't worry. Fangs is also trying to understand it.
Yeah, it was my idea. I figured, and you can hear the snake speaking. Since we're in a current power vacuum, figure we can rebuild before powers that be start to influence the land once again.
Yes, the one in white.
No, not so much him. Myself and the Keystone Austin have an understanding. If anything, he and I worked on a deal to create said power vacuum and allow people to flourish for the time being.
Yes, this place has different atmosphere.
Yes. Though I do regret not telling Miss Wormdaughter about the plan. 'Twas better she go in followed by her blind rage rather than be beknownst to any wrongdoings of our nature. Sometimes knowing that you're a pawn is not the best plan from the higher people at B. Plus, now people can again rebuild, try to better themselves. Plus, I get to give them free bread, and you just watch as Mabel's again handing some more miners free bread.
Yeah,
Yes,
Fangs
you
was
can see there.
asked with the yes. Sometimes the rabbit can kill the fox.
I'm aware. That's why I hired a guard dog to make sure the fox doesn't touch the rabbit. And you just look at Bayla, just kind of like this kind of guttural growl from the back of her throat.
I was referring to the situation of Justice and her father.
Same applies, just in a different context. Snow, are you saying anything to Bailiff at all?
Yeah, I've been trying to figure it out for months.
All right, take your time. I could kind of ramble on about other stuff. Well, I do hope you appreciate this step away from the Bazaar. This town needed someone to take over, considering. Oh God, I'm trying to remember his name. The one. Hold on, I do actually have his name. Ah, yes. David had come and told me about what had happened, and I figured at first I would save the people till things blew over, and once it did, bring them back and start to rebuild. There's enough gold and whatnot here, at least. For people that wish to build their lives outside of Schlankton if they wish.
Fang looks over to Deli and Mala. Did we know a David? I don't recall a David.
I personally don't recall David either.
Not off the top of my head.
David was the one that Justice spared.
Oh, you mean?
Yep, nope, I have no idea.
Yeah, no, I don't even think I was part of that fight. I think I abstained.
No, that was. Oh wait, no. The only one that technically would know, I guess, is Fags because.
Yeah,
was-
Fangs was disemboweling his friend.
Yeah. That's why David's not here.
That's why Fang doesn't remember him.
Yeah, that makes sense. So technically, don't worry, it was someone that Miss Wormdaughter had spared, and he figured he would return her kindness to help the people here. That's always the thing with Langton. No matter how fucked it is, there's still good people here. Or people that wish to make a change. Isn't that right, Miss Foxgrove? Looks at you, Snowy.
That's one with a Maze Foxgrove too. Thank you. We've talked about that stuff.
I prefer not the whole thing. Doesn't
That
work
sounds like a
well on the
mouthful.
tongue, especially one that's forked.
But you're so capable. It has Slava.
Yes.
You're lucky I let you keeping my domain, or else I would throw you to the wolves.
I mean, when was the last time anybody came to you asking for 6 shamrock shakes and 6 burgers?
You just like, if a snake could be annoyed, you could just feel like the. Just stop. I get it.
Fang's looking over to Deli and Mala and also to Diana says, "What are Shyamalan shakes?"
It's probably just mint.
Then why not just say mint?
It's to do with the Dwarven holiday.
Ah, like those winter feast days.
So.
Are there a bunch of like stalls and stuff around?
Yeah, there is. I just haven't put them up, but like they're like just smaller commerce of people just selling like gems and maybe like very like
Ooh.
shoddy kind of things.
Okay.
Saint Patrick ran all the elves out of Ironland.
I hate you. Well, boss, if you must know, as Bailiff kind of just leans back, been watching her because he asked me to and paid me good money. As Father kind of just slithers off her neck and down below. Currently, still looking for Charlize, but with all the current power vacuum, gives my hunting ground a little bit more breathing room. Especially with less laws protecting them now. Some just kinda disappear.
Oh, that's the business.
As you kind of. Do you have a lighter for a chance? It's been a while, I'm kinda getting tired.
The what?
Lighter. He's asking
Okay.
for a lighter for a smoke as she pulls out a cigarette.
Oh, I
Yeah.
gotta see if I can do this. I gotta do this.
I know what you're gonna do.
Everybody
my
just kind of
God.
watches as Snowy just kind of for a moment she pats around her pockets, and then all of a sudden she just looks down and then kind of wiggles and the lighter comes up between her boobs.
I regret asking.
Wow. I wish I with his bubble pipe in his mouth.
Chinese guy looks at the performers and looks over to Deli and then
I'm
just
gonna
says,
be I'm gonna be honest with you, small dwarven man. You really don't.
That is the
You don't
first
wanna-
time someone's called me small.
Because you are. Just because you're rotund doesn't mean you're not short.
You know, I'm trying to make friends with them now. I mean, I was hired to do so.
And I'm
Where the fuck is he anyway?
who? Sorry.
I did Jimmy.
Left me a bag of gold, said he was going, left a note, said he was going to party hard at Avu, and said he was buying actual Speedos, which is weird.
What a gentleman.
Oh, I do not want to see that man possum
But
in a speedo.
All
No.
things considering, and he'll kind of hand you a bag. He did leave me this, and I figured I'd split it half with you. So she hands you a decently heavy bag filled with 10,000 gold.
She looks at it for a moment. There's definitely like you haven't seen her get a little stuttered, but she is, and then she's like, "But I still feel like this, you know, the alcohol we required from him was all the medical people. I still need to be delivered, but I guess we could make things with that, yeah."
How much you need?
Well, we were supposed to have 20 liters of 195, since it's more stables that way, and we do distill it down further.
Yeah,
What?
they could probably make.
Well,
Sorry, go ahead.
why would you need something so, light?
You realize at 200 proof, it is literally 100% alcohol.
Yes.
And it is wholly unstable to the fact that any spark would ignite it.
Yes.
He's a dwarf.
We need it at 195 so that it doesn't ignite on someone's skin when we're using it as as a sterilant.
Oh, you deal with them fire ganassis.
No, you don't use alcohol on them.
I don't think he understands the medical use of alcohol other than drinking. She kind of says in your
As he's slowly, screwing back on the top. What?
Oh! Hi, Miss Alicia, as you watch as Babel just kind of waves at her.
Oh, no.
Sam, are you back?
Yeah. Already on mute.
You told me to go live in this box, and then I took this box, and then there was a guy who's like, I'll trade you a box for a subscription. So I traded it in, and then he's like, oh, you could use this for bread. And I was like, cool. And now I'm here.
So where do you live?
I am homeless, I guess.
You traded in that perfectly serviceable box for more bread. A box
Yes.
full of bread to begin with.
Correct. But this isn't just any box of bread. He said it would constantly spew out bread per needed.
Per needed.
Also, she's probably not homeless if she's here with the lads, so, I mean, granted, I'm not going to say the barracks is the worst place, but,
I am
gotta-
debatably homeless. Is that the right word to use? Debatably?
she just kind of, Snowy just looks at Bailiff like, please tell me we've taken her in.
I'm watching her, don't worry.
No.
I think she'll grow up to be a perfectly good serial killer or something. If we didn't,
I just imagine like her stabbing. Why are you keep squirming? You're not supposed to stop.
well, that's why Snowy said if we didn't do so.
With Alicia, she probably would have.
Well,
She would have been the next. She would have been this world's parable, except it's 2x4.
I hit them with board. They get up. I hit them again. They don't get up.
Question of timing and intelligence. They're smart enough, they stay down.
It's just a 2x4, but with one singular nail. I mean, I did technically do what you're told and stayed in the box, but then the box moved, so I then stayed with this person and stole the bread, so... I didn't technically not follow your orders.
see,
So are you done doing with all that thing that you said you were doing?
Nope.
Okay. Does that mean I could just stay here then?
if you want to.
Well, Miss Bayless said she would teach me how to better myself as a person.
Oh,
Snowy's just nodding.
right.
And she said that going with the people that just Tecia hired would not make me a better person. No offense to people that just Tecia had hired. I think that was in a script she gave me. And looks at Bailiff, right? Just again,
So
just
that
like a
would-
solemn nod.
So that would just mean Snowy then.
No, Jimmy hired that one. Really,
Well,
I'm
who
not
did
sure
this
what
get
they mean
hired,
by
though?
who Jay hired. None of us were hired by
As far as
Jay
I know.
specifically.
Looks at
Indeed.
Bailiff, just looks at Snowy.
We should probably let you guys get back to work.
Yes.
Okay, and you again, she's just handing out bread to anyone. Would you also like a piece of bread?
Yeah.
She'll give you any specific kind. We got a lot.
Pumpernickel.
So there's only one kind of
Bumper
bread.
nickel, got it. As she goes into the thing and pulls out an iron piece of bread. There you go. There's your bumper nickel.
There's only one type
Here you go,
of bread
Mal. Club.
that is important.
It's not sturdy enough to be a club. Like it'll dent. It's like kind of like aluminum almost. That said.
Need. It's a garlic bread.
I'll roll for something for Fangs.
Garlic. Okay, and she'll pull out like a freshly steamed thing of garlic bread, or not steamed, but you know, cooked, toasted. They say this one keeps the Fang folks away sometimes. You know.
Yeah, and don't forget that. That's an important lesson. Is it go?
Okay.
I don't feel like she's specifically
Don't pick up
going
smoking. It's Snowy sitting there smoking. And remember,
I don't-
Silva needs a jacket if you're going to put it in a gun.
You know, they keep telling me not to touch, or Bailiff keeps telling me not to touch the guns because she's afraid I'll hurt someone with it.
Yeah, you're too young for the guns.
Well, I
Wait,
mean,
how
you
old
should
is he?
see her with a 2x4.
She is technically 12.
Ah, you should have been learning 6 years ago. You're fine.
Jesus Christ, this party.
I had
Okay,
my first
We're
gun when I was-
fantastic people.
I'm so glad she's not
Fangs will just get a
influenced by
garlic roll.
Okay, you'll get a garlic roll. Anyone else want anything? Diana? Mala?
I wanted to steal something. That's why I hid or tried to.
roll me a stealth then.
6-year-old?
I did.
Where?
18.
It's
Wait.
above.
It's 18.
It's an
What are,
18.
what are you trying to steal? So I know.
Well, you said gems, but like, what else is there? Like something's kind of stupid.
Okay. They're probably like small wooden figurines. Like this is like
I
very
lied.
poor.
I know exactly what I'm stealing.
Oh my
Actually,
God.
actually, you know what?
What?
Is there a jewelry stand?
There'd probably be like, um, impure gem stand. Like, you're not gonna get
Okay.
like pure jewelry because there's not
No,
gonna
no,
be
no.
refining
I
areas.
would like to go up, and I'm gonna take Fangs' hand, so I'm no longer stealthing,
Oh God.
and I'm gonna
Okay.
take him over to the jewelry stand. Pick one.
Fangs in the middle getting his garlic bread. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, you're like you're getting your bread and you just feel Diana pulling you the other way.
Wait, what?
Pick one. Oh, pick two. Pick two.
He looks very confused as the ear goes one way, the other ear goes the other way.
There's some rubies, and these are all impure, so
Like,
impure, so they're like.
pick two. Well, one. Oof.
I'm trying to
One
think.
bracelet and one necklace.
Okay, to kind of redefine it, it's not jewelry because they don't have the. Really, they're minors. It's more like, those
Oh, just jewels.
impure. Yeah, just like impure gems, like with like small jets of it. Yeah, sorry. But like this place is not built for refining gems.
Not
At
even
least
on a
currently.
string.
They could probably like
I
craft
have
something.
string.
You could probably get something where like they crudely craft it. But again, you have to realize this was a town that was pretty much drained of its
It's okay, I have
resources.
string. Pick
Okay.
2 gems. Stupid clock.
Fangs looks at them, makes a guess. I don't know if I can craft them into arrows though.
No, don't think about that. Just pick 2.
All
There's
right.
like a
So
long pause, and then Fangs looks at a. Oh, I do apologize for a second.
I will give you a list. There's some interesting looking amber. There's some quartz. There's like very impure amethyst. There's some azurite. Let's see what else there is. Sorry, I'm going literally through some stuff. Just looking. There's probably like there's some small cinnabar, probably a bit of it, emerald, like very small, impure, like a lot of its faces. There is amber. I will say that much. Tiger eye, not so much. I think the closest you would probably get to that is probably like cinnabar with like a kind of like reddish appeal where it looks like an eye.
So 2 pieces of amber.
Okay. I guess azurite too. So it'd be there is azurite, so you got amber and azurite. Okay. Nothing on the red. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So yeah. Amber and azurite. Alright.
So how much for 2 pieces of amber?
That will be 2 silver, please.
Okay. Here you go. And I'm going to buy them.
Okay. I'm surprised Diana's learning to buy things. Okay. And you now have a piece of amber and azurite. How much are you paying? Just so I know. Do you want change or no?
No, just 2 silver.
Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna BRB because I'm just gonna go to the restroom, and then yeah, you now have amber and azurite. So good luck.
Yes. Okay. We'll use those later.
That's a special tool we'll use for later.
As the player,
Don't
I'm
ride your
laughing
bike at the Poke Center.
completely at this.
Just know that you witnessed Diana buying them.
Yes, he sees them.
That part's important.
I am most confused. Are these supposed to be for weaponry?
It's a surprise, and you'll get your surprise later.
I see. my notes are all over the place today.
Kind of figured. Oh yeah, so yeah, Mabel's back. I had this plan where I was like, I know where she's gonna be.
You did mention it last session, roughly.
I had an idea where I wanted her to go, and there were two options, and I was like, this would make more sense that all things considering. Also, I get to introduce Baelith. Fun fact, her name is literally a double pun because her name is from Violet the Devil, or Damon, technically from the Book of Demons, and Alfir, which is a joke on the elf or the for the Norse word for elf.
Alfer.
Yep.
Oh.
Oddly enough, when you said Bailiff, the first thing that came to my mind was the Bailiff from the Berserk manga.
I wouldn't know. Also, her name's kind of like a joke on like Baelith
show
for
you.
judge as well.
I'll show you. Hold on. Man, not...
Her name is has like multiple meanings, all of which are kind of like funny jokes.
Yeah, I got you. I was just saying that probably only Moogle might know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But now, her name is also kind of a joke because she's technically half tiefling, half elf. For reasons.
I will just send it to you in a direct message.
Okay.
That is the wiki page for it, and I'll send you the YouTube page.
Ew, no. Every time I see Berserk art, it's bear hit.
So,
What's up?
are we trying to follow Warren or not?
I think that's our next best clue. And down there, and also I could use some.
You also don't know, Deli, that Rathel said she'd be there, so get to chill.
Yeah. I know. I was
Also-
gonna leave that portion out.
Okay.
That was the
one
beach time.
There is one other thing. I need to remember exactly how I wrote it.
And you're not wrong about Bailiff, the demon part and all that stuff, which...
Oh yeah,
that's
no.
related.
That's literally what her name is about.
Yeah, no, when you were reacting to what I sent you, you're not too far off because there's demons and all that stuff on the Berserk manga, so...
Not surprised. Berserk has like that very like Eldritch horror-esque vibe to it.
Yeah, so when you
like,
said... I'll continue.
No, you're fine.
I was gonna say, like, when you said the name, my first thought was the, hearing the soundtracks from the Berserk. I was just like, right.
Alright, Bailiff. Looks like I'm heading to Fangfolkland. Yay, me.
Kill a few while you're there. Have fun. You know the drill.
It's the way I live.
Yeah. Hold on. There's something else I gotta look up real quick. Give me 1 second.
Hanks is looking over to Mala, and then to Deli, and then to Diana. They keep referring to these things as fang folk, but don't we, some of us, also have fangs?
It's more like, like how humans and dwarves don't really have fangs. It's to distinguish the vampires from. For some reason, they like saying two-word things to shorten up vampire, even though it's only 2 syllables. I'm confused by it too.
It's a racial thing.
Oh, they're
It was
being
about
racist.
centuries back.
Yeah.
It was centuries back when it decided that vampire was a derogatory term and decided to rebrand themselves as Fangfolk. It's a family-friendly bullshit. So he says as she like reaches down, picks up Scruffy, and just like starts petting him as he walks off.
Pretty much.
I am
Nah.
almost
Licks
confused.
the ground before you pick him up.
Don't eat that.
Nah. And he just starts eating more rocks.
You don't know where that's been.
Nah.
He points at the ground.
Alicia. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but you don't know who steps on that.
points at everyone around.
A dog.
Nah.
Indeed.
Starts
Yes.
licking one of the walls.
Yeah, dogs are gross.
Right. Wow.
Though you do remember another thing. Roll me history real quick,
Me?
because there is something else. Because it's been a bit, and we'll see if you remember.
History.
You remember that for part of Uncle G's recipe, the writer told you to find the Lady of the Lake in Avu.
Oh, right. Shit. Yeah, let's go to Avu.
At least for like one of the part of the recipe. Make the mar special. All right, y'all heading off.
Yep.
Gruffy,
Alright.
take a note.
Fangs will just,
Lady of the...
Fangs will just very gently pat Mabel
Looks up
on
at
the shoulder.
looks at the air and points. Duh.
Right. Jimmy could actually do that.
Fangs just gives
He'll write something
well.
like you'll see like a small notebook materialize and it just says, and he just puts his paw print there. Duh.
Thanks, bud.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miser.
Yeah, no, he just gives Mabel a pleasant farewell and heads off.
All right. Alicia, do you say anything before you leave the child? The child that you inadvertently kick-started more of this story for.
Bring yourself in fighting. You will need it because this land is no longer safe.
Yeah, Miss Owl person said, all fear. Miss Owl said that she would teach me how to sneak around and stab people. I think she said like an assassin? But only to use it if necessary and lethal legal force is permitted above the law, and if it isn't, not to report to any constable, and then something like that.
Oh,
You're from the
she's
gate. Bailiff, I say we
learning.
don't use that word. We don't use the A word.
Asshole? Oh wait, sorry, she said person for hire with better priorities.
Bingo. That's the one.
He just watches Bailiff is just like head in her hands, just like, what the fuck did I get myself into? Kind of look.
Let me just check something. Do I have?
I always said you'd be a great mother. Or was that your sister?
We don't talk about her because she's the one that was hanging through the gallows and swinging.
Wow. All right. Good note to leave on. Let's
Okay,
go.
right. Sorry, I got you confused. Sorry. That was on me.
Yeah, we don't talk about. I could just think of another book name from the Book of Demons, but my brain is blanking on like this other 71. There is one that actually shares relations with Bailiff, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Right. So Mabel should actually have my dagger, I think, because I gave her one. My last dagger.
Yeah, that's why she is training technically to be an assassin. There's a reason.
Okay. Well, let me just delete that out of my page.
Bye. Have fun, all you people.
The
Come
dark
back.
tooth strikes again.
Be
This is
safe,
what
little
happens
woman. Be sure you survive and grow strong.
I will be moderately strong in order to protect the people and make sure to abide by the law. And she just winks. I mean, again, hear like the sound of a face palm from Bailiff. I hate this.
No, don't worry about that. Just grow up strong so you can survive all things that come your way. Pats her very gently.
Okay. I think that was the one that blew me up the one time.
I still have many regrets of doing that by accident.
Okay. Alright, so all of you are heading off on the wagon. Would you like to do anything before you get to the train station? Because I imagine it's only like a half-day ride, and you'll probably get there by about nighttime.
Yes, I'm gonna tell the child, grow up, get strong, get money.
Get money, and I think the word she used was get women. But with another word that they don't want me to say.
We need to change that slogan.
Get money, get bitches.
Yeah, so no, we just like, now that I've heard it from a child, I feel like we need to change that. Yeah.
Why do I feel like that's like Snowy's catchphrase, and then she's like, "Fuck! Now that we're realistically in power, that doesn't work."
Nah, she just knows that's the thing, but then she's just like, yeah, this is the first child we've really had in this that wasn't born into it.
True. It was your first, technically. I don't want to say indoctrinated because that's the wrong term, but your first brought into the
Adopted.
fold. Yeah, adopted into the fold kind of thing. So, is anyone doing on the cart ride over then?
Nope. I think Small's just focused on fixing and preparing some more arrows.
Okay, just roll me a survival, and just tell me. Or nah, I'm not gonna have you roll survival. How many are you prepping? About? Or like, how much material do you have?
I should have. I still have 2 glass arrowheads and 8 porcelain. Actually, no, those are those are regular. Those are already made into arrows. So 2 glass arrowheads and 8 wooden shafts.
Okay, you could. I'll give you like the 8 arrows because you have time, and it's not like you're in a hyper do or die situation. So,
All right.
you have a Leather's Workers tool, right? As well.
Just leather's tools, yeah.
Snowy
Um, Diana, have you ever made bracelets? Just out of curiosity.
No.
You don't have any jeweler's tools on you either.
No.
Sleight of hand at disadvantage. Not that it mattered.
Yay.
Maintains or revolves. Okay, I'm not gonna have you roll fast. So Diana, you how would you like make this since you pretty much pass a save?
I imagine I make some sort of like thin net for like a netted pocket for the jewel,
Okay.
and then just literally the string, like it's nothing crazy complicated.
Okay, so it's a very
But
like
one to fit her wrist and the other one to fit Fang's wrist.
oh my god. So it's like a kind of like a glove thing almost.
No, it's just like a friendship bracelet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'll let you do with that. You make it, and it's pretty well designed considering you've never worked with gems before. Maybe your deafness is.
Oh. Oh no. Damn it. Sorry, I accidentally exited roll 20.
No
But
way.
anyway, after I finish the bracelets, I'm just going to I'm assuming I'm sitting next to Fangs.
Probably. He's probably
For the
preparing
cart
his
ride.
arrows. Yeah, like he's prepping his arrows. Deli's driving. Alicia's doing whatever the hell she's doing, and Snowy is cleaning her revolvers, and Mala's contemplating life.
And then I'm gonna put the azurite bracelet on Fangs. I'll tie it on his hand. There. And I'll show him mine on my hand. Now we're best friends forever.
I thought we already were friends.
I know, but now it's forever.
I know, but please don't leave me.
You just see this very confused look on his face, and just this. I mean, I understand you are worried about Justice leaving, but she will eventually return.
Yeah, you can't leave or die.
I can promise the former, but not the latter.
But yeah, best friends. And then I'm just like little bombastic side eye to Snowy. Best friends. Forever.
Blows out the mic.
As a player, I would say poor Fangs, but at the same time, I'm just laughing at his situation.
All right.
Not this at all.
Let me find the train station, actually, because it's been a bit. I know it's here somewhere. Because last time we were there, like shit. Boss battle. I know it's here somewhere. Inner chamber. Shrinking tunnel. Alright, shrinking station. There we go. As you kind of pull up to what looks like. Oh, what the fuck? Let me get rid of some of these fucks. I don't remember what the ore is originating
Oh,
from.
past Trace.
Okay, let me clear the map real quick. You do notice as you kind of get to the station, it's a lot cleaner, or at least a lot better maintained. And I say better maintained; it's still kind of shit and decrepit, but at least a train has kind of came through the tunnel and is just sitting on the platform. You kind of go up to like a ticket booth. Tickets are relatively cheap, and then one of the couriers or one of the ticket counters asks, where are y'all heading? How much you want to pay for tickets?
We're heading to Avu.
Alright, Avu. That'll be about 5 gold for first class, or a gold for regular.
It looks like 5 for first.
Alright, and they'll just hand you the tickets.
Oh, 6. Sorry. How many people are actually in our fucking party?
1.
I think it's 6.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep,
Yeah,
6.
okay, yeah. So 30 gold.
Alright. And they'll take the 30 gold, hand you the tickets. Have fun. I do hope Avu is nice this time of year.
Oh,
And then you kind of
goodbye.
walk down, and you again see the place you had left before. But sitting or standing near the train tracks is a very familiar face, if I could fucking find him. Or them, rather. Where is they? There it is.
Where is they? Sorry. That was good.
There they is. As you see, a very familiar face. Waiting. Also, let me see. Have I updated a sheet? No. This needs to be updated, because technically that's not how it works. Sorry. I haven't updated their sheet in a bit.
Oh, that's alright. I'm just as bored as ever. Okay. No, nothing changed much on the trail unlife.
trying to make a joke.
Not really. That's actually what your current predicament is.
Take it. As you just see, Alicia, you haven't seen this yet, but you see a man that just looks way too bored at his job. But a lot of some of his appendages are hanging off.
Or what?
Basically a zombie that's kind of running the train. A very necromantic looking man.
Hmm. Hmm.
What? So where are you headed?
Avul this time, if you'd be so kind.
Also, you know the rules. Don't fuck with the conductor. Don't make small talk. Keep everything samey. The drill. Actually, technically, Snow, you've never seen a conductor yet either, because you wouldn't have left Schlenkton. But yeah, this is your first time as well seeing it.
Yes, Ellie, Snowy, follow all rules if you'd be so kind. If not, you will meet the shovel. The shovel is more than it looks like.
As you say that, I'm gonna roll this because I updated his sheet. As it just cracks into the earth.
Anxious add yes. I had seen his technique in action when we first arrived or went to the Fedrino.
I have updated his sheet. He hits even harder now.
Oh.
Also, he has a fun ability that I had in my list, just never add. So basically, don't fight this fucker on a train or you will die.
Right. Fight him off the train.
Don't fight him.
Even if he still hits like a truck even off the train.
That's over half of me in a single swing.
Same.
Alright. Now continue on.
Actually might be 2/3 of me, actually, in one hit.
Man doesn't fuck around. He has one job and one job only. You fuck with his train, he fucks with your skull.
I'm just curious what he would do to the people who suplex the train.
He would suplex them into an early retirement and grave. Now then, please. As he kind of opens the door. We will be departing soon. If you wish to hop on, do. And if you don't, you know the drill. Lacey, do you say anything to this bad that basically just cracked Earth with a shovel?
Nope. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and just sit.
Surprise, no one wants to crack a joke. But I also know why, because this man will kill them.
Bangs only says, "That is impressive strength. I think you've gotten stronger since last we met."
I am what they have called an updated model.
I shall pretend that I understood what you just said, and I will continue into the train.
Del, you know exactly what that means.
Yep, I ain't gonna try to explain that.
That's why Fang says, like, I will pretend to understand.
Just know. Mess with me. I'll make sure your skull is just another bloodstain on the train. He says it again with like the most nonchalant kind of voice. Alrighty. Now that we all got to enjoy the conductor. Where do I... Let me find my train map now. because I keep using this because it's just very easy. Train. Let's train. Swamp. It's the ballroom. Hotel room. Did I lose my train map now too? Totemis, Big Fight, Everhome, Grung Fight, Drop Off, Lathander, Back Alley Brawl, Malintro, Flashback, Jungle, Spider Fight, Memorize Clearing, Starting Jungle, Shop. Sorry, I'm just trying to find something real quick. Hope I didn't lose it. Might have. Random Gorge, Sand Temple, Sand Map, Guild Hall, Spirit. Ah! No, that's the train itself. Or like this. Ah, there we go. I gotta get it. I will say one downside is currently the bar is under reconstruction, so we will not be servicing any drinks of the like, so do understand at this time we cannot provide at least higher quality. We could still provide meals to your room as par roof service, but there is no active bar currently. If you have any complaints, please send them an informal request to Cloudcatcher and Associates, and we will pretend to hear them and then promptly throw them into the incinerator. There, I'll just get the map then real quick. And let me delete. Also equipped on this train is a new... Oh, why is this map acting weird? Hold on. Won't let me group to... There we go, Jesus. Also equipped on this train is a newer piece of technology known as a Sciovision, i.e. a giant glass screen that will project images. Please note that this is currently to protect advertisement for Cloudcatcher and Associates and will occasionally change depending on region, forming any copyright claims or the like. So to kind of explain what a Sciovision is, it's essentially just a television, but just a glass pane that'll kind of reflect images with like a gem producing light through it, like above table. Do not attempt to remove this glass as it is Cloudcatcher proprietary technology, and anyone that is caught trying to steal it or the gem that powers it will meet their end of the shovel, and then promptly their body will become next in line to promptly become a conductor. Do not bother conductor under any circumstances, as they are used to keep the train running. And you watch as he's just reading this long list of just corporate rules. And after that, any other questions, please keep them promptly until you are exiting the train. That is all. And he just heads into his room. So what are you doing after the conductor's long spiel?
Fang's going to sleep. And he even says it, I do not think I would actually get tired of hearing somebody talk in a same tone of voice without exchanging or changing their emotional vestige.
And since you're going to Awu, you hear on the screens, kind of, producing from the thing. It's like, after 4 years, finally the Sea of the Stars has returned for one final performance at the Theatre de Sanguine.
Little on the
So,
nose.
Deli,
He starts walking. Yeah.
why is it that the smaller the objects, the less attractive your family makes them? I mean, not you. You seem to make exceptionally good shine, but the rest of your family?
Oh, because they're awful.
Oh, that's why I never wanted a Weston.
Oh my god.
Now hold on.
Now you just wait a minute.
Well, I'm not wrong. As she pulls out hers, and you realize they're heavily engraved.
Oh, yep, nope, those are pretty. Can't deny that. And I'm assuming functional because you're alive and you came from Slankton, so.
You realize there's a lot of the engraving has like worn. from
I'd
a
imagine
lot-
are those custom made by the way, or are they like Weston that she modified?
No, they're a different company.
Okay. I assume she just like she just modded from different pieces and like slowly started making her own.
No, they're from a different company, and
Okay.
they are custom pieces. Like she's had them.
That much I figured. I just didn't know if she was like constantly taking like the best pieces from like every company and then slowly making her own.
No, that doesn't work for guns.
It does if you want it to.
No,
Fuck you. It's magic. I can say it does or doesn't.
guns are like a Ferrari.
And you could still technically get custom Ferraris with somewhat different pieces. I say to my girlfriend who has deconstructed like 3 different cars. Sam, you don't have to back me up. I know I'm wrong.
You're not wrong because there is manufacturing, but factory-wise, yeah, you're very wrong.
This is why. Anyway. So, you can all take up refuge in your bedrooms. Let me see if I could find a good picture real quick. That's not what I want. That actually is almost close to what I want for an image.
Snowy kind of looks around. So it's gonna be a long trick. Who wants to play cards? Okay, everybody else left except for
They tend to do that.
You get used to it, kid.
Very solitary people still. Why?
probably that was the trauma.
Probably all of the trauma. Yeah, they've been going through a lot,
Ooh.
especially as Diana's door closes. That one.
Well, I mean, if anything Justice said was true, then you, Fangs, Diana. She wasn't quite sure about Mala. She thinks that might be why he's still half sane. And she's pretty sure the elf is pretty gone.
The elf is definitely the most terrifying one. I would never mess with a woman who can mess with time.
Well, Justice, as she said, that she had a thing of setting people on fire.
That too, yeah. I was like the
Whether they would-
fireball, especially. Don't get to.
Right. So,
Image I want, but it's too distorted. Yeah, man.
ale and strip poker?
Hell strip poker.
So that's why you're a cultural man.
Ah,
Like, what holds it open for him?
Alright, so you spend the next 2 days kind of traveling, kicking back as the train makes its way through. Again, you hear that ad for, repost it then. For Star of the Sea, gone for 4 years. Back for a show in the Sanguine D Theater, or Theatrum, which a lot of you, or at least Snowy would know since you're at least in tune with Fangfolk, is Theater of Blood, which is generally a Fangfolk only kind of thing. At least in the nighttime, daytime, it kind of varies. You don't know who the Star of the Sea is referring to at all. But As you are, let me find the music because I do have some Avu, or at least more calming stuff for this.
The back of my head is going, but I bet it ends with a Rhea.
No, definitely not. Never. Fun fact, that's actually originally where her concept came from. Is from this. And then I changed it up a little bit for Visors.
Or Arena. Some kind of.
Nah.
Something with a "n" in it.
Katarina. Got it.
The Centro.
Or Kat. Why is it not letting me adjust the volume? Hold on. So as you guys are approaching, you see what looks like a very quaint little beach town. A lot of, or rather, quaint from the outside because you could see part of the smaller beaches. But as you get closer, let me see. Do I have it? Yeah, here it is. Sorry, it's a little distorted. But you see like this well-built town with a mountain towering in the background. There's small avenues of water and these buildings just constructed on top of it. And as you can kind of see, there's people just littering the streets. There are people with high fashion, people kind of dressing in like rather gaudy stuff, people in lower tiers kind of looking like sailors and a bunch of other things. And you just see all these different people from different walks of life as you're kind of going through the city. And this is the first time for most of you being in Avu. It looks completely different from the area you left, where Schlankton was this town built on broken dreams and horrible people. This place seems more built on at least a guise of happiness, where people are generally chatting away and it seems calming. The sound of water splashing to and fro from the ocean that's almost inherently built into the train station. And yeah, you all kind of depart and get off the train, and now you are officially in Abu. It feels warm here. It's definitely a lot better than Plankton is. It's got like a warm, it's more temperate. It's got that kind of warm air vibe. There's street peddlers moving to and fro with different kinds of like drinks, cubed ice in the form of like different kind of edible things that you wouldn't have seen before. And yeah, definitely different from where you have just left.
So Fang's gonna look over to or lean over to Mala and just say, considering how everyone was talking about Avu, I was expecting something similar to the Red Claw's blood pits.
Oh, bud. You're
Yeah,
gonna do awful.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, there really is a fancy face for such a place. Where it's easy to go missing. 'Cause that's what they're like.
One thing as you're walking, you also notice small like street lamps with gemstones in them. Um, I guess technically Mala would never have seen these. I get, and Diana wouldn't have. I guess the only two that would really know would be Deli and Snowy. So if you want to roll like a history
What about
or
Sam?
an Arcana, they
Or I mean,
wouldn't
Ellie.
because Ellie wouldn't know because they really haven't come to Alvu all much.
You want what?
Arcana.
Arcana or history, and it would make sense why. Okay, Deli, you definitely know that gem radiates like a kind of daylight, and maybe some of the tech is proprietary, maybe something of that like. It definitely gives off the form of like almost UV lights to a point that would be quote unquote harmful to Fang folk, and um, I'll give you, and so that's about it. At least from the Arcana side, like it kind of to put in perspective, it radiates almost like a daylight spell.
Yeah.
And Snowy, to you, these things are known as daylights, basically things that the current Keystone, Brookmazu, put in as good faith to vacationers. So as long as they stayed underneath them, vampires and fangfolk wouldn't attack anyone underneath them in the nighttime. And this was more of like a good faith move. But per her words, anyone that steps away from them or ventures in the night while outside of the daylights are basically free game to all vampire kind or fangfolk kind.
It's meant to keep the skeeters.
You know, the fact that most vampires can cast spells, let alone the fact that apparently they must be having a terrible feral problem recently. Snowy says with like this weird upstanding dialect.
Hold on, I gotta find her token. But I do have her. I'm trying to remember. I think she's in the mire. That's where she last was.
Oh no.
It's all a matter of perspective, really. Deli, you know who this is immediately.
Yeah,
as
Deli's
that
trying
voice
to
just
not
brings in
think
your-
about her naked, but he can't not.
We were actually no. Fangs and Mala ran into her too.
Yeah,
Same.
I know, but Deli, it's like the
Ah.
Deli would recognize that voice immediately.
Oh. Again.
And it's good to make your acquaintance as well, and it seems you have other friends with you this time.
Everyone, this is Carmilla. If you haven't met her before.
A pleasure.
A fellow student. Same teacher.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back rather away from this drudgery, but Evra wanted me to do a few things here and there, and you know her. Sadly, takes all the fun of being back, wind out of your sails kind of thing. It's a pleasure to meet all of you, though. Do hope you enjoy your time in Avu, especially in the capital, which I have yet to make a name for, and I will eventually. Brain is just being dumb.
Fangs just adds, "Yes, I believe, as the saying goes, we are here for vacation."
Well, it's a perfect place to get lost in vacation, that's for sure. Let me see if I could find some other music.
I want to find you attractive, but that is a turn off. I'm sorry.
I mean, she's only half.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I have, problems.
Standards, understandable.
No, not standards. That never applies in this. I'm going to be honest. I'm racist towards vampires.
That also is ironically understandable. Most people here are, especially that god-forsaken captain.
A captain.
Fangs, you know who she's talking about, because you remember her talking about Fang folk out the ass?
Yeah, except Fangs not putting the numbers or the names all together right now. He just repeats it blankly at first and then blinks. Oh, right, the one with the flying ship.
Yes. Trying to talk to her is a bit of a bitch, sadly. Considering most of our kind, she generally shrugs off. But yes, here in Lord Asia, most people tend to enjoy the leisure life, or the party life. I'll spell that out. Or that should be an I, not a Y.
Florida.
Told you, it's technically based on Florida and Italy.
I know.
It's technically a joke on Florence and Florida.
I kind of figured.
It's got the word day in it.
Yes, some people find it ironic, some don't. But may I recommend at least the beach? Apparently the beachside bar is killing it as of late. People tend to be
Are there any
relaxing
edible
there.
fish to hunt in there?
If you wish to sample the local wildlife, there tend to be the fish market. There's a lot of good hauls here.
Since you seem to be in the know, do you happen to know where Warren? What was his last name?
Rolling Rock, and that would be the beach bar I had referred to earlier. He should be still on the clock if I remember correctly.
Yes, that makes things easier.
Hold on, I gotta find the map, because I actually do.
Fangs looks over to Mala. Then I suggest we should hurry then, since we had questions for him, right, Mala?
Yep. Like, what the fuck does this group have to do with any of this? And why was he part of it?
I would suspect the blame falls on Jimmy's shoulders, but
Sure it does, but that doesn't... That she still probably has some parts of the story too, so... I'd like to know from him as well.
Oh shit, I forgot.
also the
Did I
fact that
make Rathel's beach
Adreno
token?
dragged us into do this together.
I did not.
Wait. But Fangs pauses. That's right, Mala was not pulled into this situation until after we had to deal with the Fedrino.
Okay, give me 1 minute. I have to do two things. I have to find the map, and I forgot I didn't make a token yet.
No problem. This is just us RPing to give you some time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Then Fangs looks over to Deli. Was there no contact with Jimmy in the time that we were on the train?
Haven't heard from the little bastard. Won't even reply to my sentence.
I'm becoming most worried about this. Though I suppose after we have our business settled with here and Au, personally I would like to go back to the Grand Wilds to finish up the situation with not only the Red Claws but also the storyteller. He has been contaminating the food source.
This. Okay. I love how, like, this music is, like, just the right amount of comfy, but just the right amount of eerie, too.
Yeah, every time I have to look back at it, I'm like, it says it's a meditationrelax.com on the bottom there.
I mean,
Your meditation,
no.
my ass.
this fits.
I'm not
this fits
calm.
Abu. This fits Abu theme to a T, where it's like it has this air of being peaceful, but like there's something under the surface, kinda,
I'm
and I
looking at
love
that
it.
image. I'm looking at that image, and the only thing that comes to my mind is I'm expecting Cthulhu or some eldritch abomination to come out of the water with the sunset behind them.
Absolutely.
Where's my beach? I know I put it somewhere. The library. Okay, that's too far. Sorry.
But yeah, Fangs will continue talking with the others, more or less.
Cloud 9.
Well, probably mostly toward Deli, because to his mind, Deli's probably the only one that's actually the book smarts to understand all this crazy mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, say technically. Sorry. I know it's here somewhere because you're good. Technically, Snowy would know some stuff. Ah, here it is. This is the map.
He does not know Snowy enough to know where her expertise lie. And he still remembers getting a little bit touched by the fireball from Alicia, so I was like, So, let's see.
Okay, I got the map.
Okay.
Finally. Also, let me throw her token down as well. So, as you did it move you guys? Okay, you did. As you all approach the beach, you see this rather lovely looking area. There's a bunch of beach houses, like small shacks, bridges everywhere dotting this area, and like a small beachside bar right here.
Shift Z, I don't, or shift click.
Bar's
Since
right
I'm
here. It's very small. Here,
there. Okay.
hold on. I have to pull up my all foo folder now. I have names for all of these. So you are approaching from this area. Oh, I guess you can go right there. That's fine. So you would all, as you're kind of approaching in from the beach, it feels, thanks. It's got that same feeling as the Wildlands sand or the Grand Wild Sand. Damn, fucking game. But
It
this
feels
one,
loose.
yeah, it's definitely looser, a lot more this feels more comfortable. Where what the Grand Wild is like coarse and rough and gets everywhere in your skin, and people tend not to like it. This seems a bit more loose, calming, just kind of like the warm atmosphere with like the water slowly splashing against the sands.
You actually see Fangs hop a little bit up and down. Curious.
What? Man.
Looks over to Mala. Why is this particular land or ground much more comfortable than that of the Grand Wilds?
Probably because this is the beach versus the Grand Wilds is just straight desert almost, kind of. With the beach, because of the amount of water it has around it, it feels a bit softer because the rocks are essentially smoother or finer.
Hmm.
Versus in the Grand Wilds, where if you're lucky, it rains on a good day, and when it rains, it floods and then goes away.
Yes, you are right. There was a few times where me and the Shadow Lurkers had to swim for it.
Okay, that definitely passes.
Yeah.
Oh, Deli, as you see from above on the bar.
Ah. Ah. Ha.
And she'll kind of like come up, or at least slowly walk to the bar. Good to see you all made it alive.
Yeah, seems like the train came back up and running.
That's good to hear.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know you were work associates with the First Wing. She just looks at Snowy with like this eye of kind of eyeing you up and
I
down.
feel awfully overdressed right now, Rathel.
I prefer not seeing you naked for a third time this year, thank you.
It turns around to you and just holds up 3 fingers. Third?
I feel very offended suddenly.
Either way.
I mean, you
What's the
didn't
leader?
say the first or second time. What?
She just kind of like shrugs. What displeasure do I owe the member of the First Wing being here?
Long story, I'm replacing the blind woman.
Temporarily.
Alright then.
Oh, yeah, I mean, if you want, you could probably try to renegotiate for more of that house.
Yeah, I figured as much. Well, it's good to see you, Deli.
Good to see you. Hey, well, Who's at least one of the bartenders? Why don't we go get a drink somewhere?
And by me? Nah. Here's a little bit too uppity for my taste. I know a few local bars. I believe there's one called... Hold on. I actually have them named because I wrote this down somewhere. Give me a minute. I think it's called... Yeah, there we go. It's called the Maiden's Treasure Chest. Real dodgy, hole in the wall, but serves really good alcohol that'll knock you on. Yes.
Sounds like I'll love it. He'll hold out his arm.
And she'll take it, and she will head that way with Deli. Finally,
I leave Scruffy with
Scruffy
Snowy.
is licking. Scruffy is licking sand, by the way.
Yeah, Scruffy's got probably a mouthful of sand. That one can find me if you ever need to.
With
Well,
the
Nelly,
bell.
I do have one question, if I may ask. What sort of questions should we ask Warren on your behalf?
I think you all can figure. Just think of anything. Okay. And also, don't make that much. All right?
Also, don't need me.
Really, just don't need.
We'll probably be busy for the next. Looks at the sun. Day.
Day.
She just smirks and then
Understood.
slowly starts dragging Deli, or like at least pulls him a little before.
Hell yes.
Finally, a woman of my taste that can beat my ass.
Shut up, internal thoughts.
All right. As they just start
Whee!
walking to the Maiden's Treasure Chest, which I will. I'm assuming it's gonna end with a fade to black, so I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah, we're good
like
here.
hardly RP that. Okay. So, as the rest of you approach the bar, you hear the sound of like crowds cheering on, and I don't have like a lot of image because I didn't want to like overflow the map, but it seems like a lot of people are flooding this table. And it sounds like cheering is going on. Of the rest of the party, who wants to roll me 2 different d20s? And I need one from 2 different people, so
I'll take one.
I'll take the other.
alright. Oh, I meant just 1 d20 from each. Sorry, Miser. That's my
Oh.
bad. Yeah,
Okay, so I'll take
so-
the first one, which is a 3.
Yeah, 3. Okay. That's funny, actually. So, you hear a roar from the crowd as they start chanting, Canis, 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 Canis. And as the crowd kind of dissipates a little bit, as you hear like something slam off a table, almost, you see these two in a bout of an arm wrestling match. And let me just see. One Warren Rolling Rock, and the one of you who you've never seen before, a woman with brown hair and olive skin, who you could assume is Canis, had just beaten Warren in an arm wrestling competition.
Oh no.
And not like too smirkful in pride, it's just like, oh, darn, I didn't think I'd win. Yeah. Anything in particular you would want for a drink? I don't know. Just some strong ale would be fine. Fine by me. And he snaps his fingers and creates a drink for her. And you notice, all of you, as she's kind of walking by, a symbol on her shield, which most of you would know at this point, so I'm not even going to ping what it is. Just embroidering her shield with her trident. And as she kind of walks away, there's like a group of people cheering her on and kind of leading with the crowd. It's like, oh, excuse me.
Greetings.
Oh no, sorry, I'm just trying to pass and I didn't want to obstruct any of your path.
That's back.
You definitely see like she's in like this, I'd say, heavy plate mail. And Ward just, the crowd dissipating, Ward just kind of sitting and drinking a little bit and just relaxing. As this one individual kind of leaves.
Yeah, Fang's just scratching his chin, very confused, and then just adds, "Isn't that uncomfortable for it to run around in that armor and all this sand?"
I guess
And
it
if-
depends on how often they wear that and how often they're here.
True.
It also
This
depends
isn't-
too if they're wearing a chainmail bikini or not. Because that shit chafes.
I'm gonna let you know they are not because they are something. You don't know what though. At least not yet. Bangs? What would you
Hmm?
like to do? Are you doing anything? As Warren's just sitting back in a chair relaxing, nursing a drink right now.
Well, Fangs will do what Fangs does best. He goes and sits down across, but just opens with a "Greetings, Warren."
Thanks. Looks up. Looks at Mal. Well, I didn't know you were in town. I thought you were still back at the bar in the...
Well, traveling with this group for a while, I have been out and about. Quite frankly, came out to see you because we've got a few pressing questions.
Care for a drink then? Kind of
Please.
figured when I got the message. Anything in particular? Fucking Alicia, what are you doing? I'd like to point out, by the way, that Warren and that woman technically both have the same strength mod, and I wasn't gonna show it, so that's why
That's
I just had you guys roll
Shit.
d20s.
I'm sorry, Mala. I made Warren lose with that 3.
Nah, Warren's
Oh.
fine. He loses with grace. He's not that much of an ass.
Oh, that's fine. It's also there's always bad winners, but thankfully.
Alicia, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Uh-oh.
Are you trying to pilfer the oranges?
Nope. Just looking into the air.
Roll me a perception.
Okay.
Let me look. Oh my goodness. Okay. For a brief moment, on the surface of the water, I'll get back to you guys, the Warren stuff in a second. Just trying to. I do apologize. I gotta find it. Hold on. Where are they? Oh, it's the. Why'd I make it the, not just. Okay. For the briefest of moments. Oh shit, did I not make them a token? Am I dumb? Fuck, I didn't. Give me a minute. Oh wait, no, I did. For the briefest of moments, poking its head out of the water, you see this. Some kind of purple, disgusting looking humanoid before it quickly submerges again. Diana, what are you doing? Just chilling? I guess her headset's also dead too, so.
Yeah. Probably just chilling. Probably grabbed a drink and sat at the bar.
Alrighty. Alright. What are your pressing questions? Looks at the party.
Okay, I'm back. Oh, sorry, what did I...
Warren's
you're
just
good.
asking what your pressing questions are.
Okay, because when I came back, I saw that weird little image thing.
Basically, what had happened was Alicia looked out into the ocean, saw that thing pop up, and then immediately it submerged again.
Okay.
And she was the only one that seen it because y'all were distracted with Warren.
Well, the first question I would have is, who are the lost few?
last few were a group. It's an adventuring party that originally our goal was we had shut down a program, at least from our perspective, known as Project Enkidu.
Question concerning the whole weird voice thing and blanking out thing. Do we hear the word Enkidu or?
The only ones that wouldn't have been would have been Diana, technically Delhi. But no, you guys hear it. The people that wouldn't have aren't here actually, which is funny.
Fangs kind of perks his ears a little bit, considering that project you speak of. Some of our compatriots that are not here are unable to hear that word.
Yeah, that was a failsafe to make sure the corruption didn't know about it. You know, at least at the very least.
Oh, so I need to roll. I need to roll something. Wait.
Go on. As he's
So
just
is that
casually
just-
sipping his drink. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, no, this is just Fangs, like, as he, ears literally perked all the way up straight up and his eyes, like, got open and narrowed. Does that mean that... Wait. I understand Diana because she's been playing around with it purposely. I think. Deli and Alicia...
Wait.
Looks over to Mala. I think
Hold on, let me roll something.
Okay, because...
Wait.
I remember I wrote it down, too.
Let me roll something. You say Alicia, and for a moment, Warren just stops, like the calm composure for a second kind of just slips. And it's, like, very noticeable.
Yeah, Fangs isn't noticing that. He's more looking towards Mala.
Well, the rest
with
the rest of the party would, so I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Oh, where did
Yeah.
Alicia go?
Alicia's right there, right behind him now.
Do you come when your name is summoned? Are you like a demon?
No, I'm just gonna stay behind him.
But yeah, Fangs just looks over to Mala. Is like, I think some things have been happening with us not really noticing.
Well, it doesn't help that Amadeus and fucking Melly are fucking around.
Warren?
What?
For a moment there, you seem to have phased out of conversation. You said Amadeus, but you also said another name, Melly. Is
Yeah.
that
Another party member.
the one that founded religion?
And the one that currently wears the weird, eerie fucking cloak going around.
I see. Also, points behind Warren. That is Alicia.
At least
Uh,
he turns around and looks at you. Wait. Alicia? And that's where we're gonna end the campaign for right now. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out. I know it's been a bit of a thing, but now we finally made it to the beach town where everything's fine and no one ever dies and it's great and there's nothing going on behind the surface at all. Yeah, my name is Transpace Mariner. You can find me at DM Mariner on Twitter, Transpace Mariner on Twitch, and I'll throw it over tomorrow's DM. Moogle.
Hello, I'm Goth Moogle. I play Snowy. And tomorrow we have Sea of Sorrows, and we'll see if the party get killed by a bunch of unusual vampires. So that'll be fun. Miser?
All right, everyone. Great. I'm gonna be looking at all my notes as Fangs on Blades and try to make this guy a little bit more smarter than he usually is. I'm also the DM for Into the Wildlands, which the party encounters some strange things and are about to handle some other things that might be a little more crazier than usual. So looking forward to that. And you can find my content on my Mark on both YouTube and Twitch. And games always on Sundays Eastern Standard Time of 8:30-ish. So anyway, I will throw it over to my fellow week sharer, Jeeves Adingus.
Yeah, just like this one, I have a new arc to finalize getting ready for because the Breakettes are going to end up in the Umbran Forest next week, and see just how messed up one man can do to a town full of women.
A man whore can do it to a town full of women. Let's specify that.
I will throw it over to Ellie.
So, you got anything to plug, Sam?
Nope.
Alright. And with that, I guess we'll see you all in 2 weeks, where we'll finally start getting into the fun things of more of the Lost Few, more of Project Enkidu, and finally getting some fun stuff that I've been sitting on for a bit, because I'm excited for that. So yeah, I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye!
Bye-bye.